Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soonered up. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Sooners will kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone. It's James. Rolling the dice to bring it. Did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Looking for room, it's James. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass, it's Gabriel. Finds his big tight end. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. At the 45 on his way. All kinds of running room. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. From the gun. Looking to scramble. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. He caught it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into it.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. He wants to throw it again. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the ground game. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
The give from the gun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. And a guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Hand off from the shotgun. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. The Sooners have taken it inside the 20. From the gun, the running back has it. An attitude run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down to the 14.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest and pound that rock.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? To the ground to try to move the chains. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Oregon 7, Oklahoma 0.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Get set, get set.
Quarterback sneaks ahead. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they try to go quarterback sneak, and I know to a lot of people that's a play we all take for granted, like it always works. Quarterback sneaks.
Quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, those are so hard to stop defensively. We're just trying to dive in there on the D-line and create a pile and stuff them on 1st down and 2nd down. They go to Old Faithful, run the quarterback sneak to perfection.
And they did tack on the extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finished the deal with the quarterback sneak. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Gonna run it. It's James. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Handoff to the lone back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the 4th quarter.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Gabriel. Throws to the tight end. What a snag by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
When you get interceptions as a safety, it's anticipation. You can see it. They see the route, they break on it, they go make big hits and big plays. This time, he gets the big INT.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's looking for an open man on second down. To the end zone, and is picked off. Takes it the other way. The interception stopped the threat, and the return even better as he crosses midfield and gets it to the 49. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick six if you're on offense.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Gabriel. Finds his target down the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
That's a really nice-looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives him a chance. He makes this offense go.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws for the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Gain of 19 on the play. That's a first down for the offense.
And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll throw it from the red zone. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
It leads to 2nd down.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll just keep slinging it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies, 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That's now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around.
All by himself down the middle. Past the 50. The 30. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown! Oh!
Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
Lining up to tack one more pace and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, this thing.
1st and 10 from their own 13. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. Spits it out to the back. Finds his man down the middle. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swap that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
They'll run it to the right side. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes the grab, and he's got the 1st. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield, it's Arnold. Fires one high and deep. Got it inside the 10. Run out of bounds just before for. He could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. Just about set for the second half kickoff. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third. Oh, look out! There he goes! And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
Makes his connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
A strike downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2. That big play up top.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners.
Wow, this offense. They have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Comes the offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Gabriel. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. He's looking to throw. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Bringing it back. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. To the air, it's Gabriel. Fires to the right. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Man, this defense takes tons of pride in their pass defense. They've got athletes on the back end that can break on the ball, and they've got hands, too. We've seen them block 3 picks already. They almost got another one there.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 1st and 10 coming up. Give to the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Takes the handoff. It's Whittington. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Still on the 35-yard line after that incompletion. Here comes 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. This time it's complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Looking to throw on second down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. He just can't hook up to the completion.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver, they get to chase him. A really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Got his man quickly. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Oklahoma 28, Oregon 7.
Got it.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one.
Come on, set.
Quick catch on third down. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. The Sooners line it up with a 1st and goal. Motion from the offense. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown Sooner! And the stomping has commenced.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. This time on target. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
They'll throw it on first down. Feeling some heat. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
First and goal, Oregon.
Trying to slam in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal?
Let's go.
The back goes in motion. Looking to pass. It's Gabriel. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
He's back to throw on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Got it.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On second down, he'll let it fly. Grabbed over the middle. It's Holden. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They'll run play action. Snagged in the middle. It's Holden. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Man, this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
From the red zone, looking for a man. That's caught. It's Stewart. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
The Ducks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Wide out in motion. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous margin. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too. They had a really good game plan coming in this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
At the 40, there he goes. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And the Sooners want to move quickly. The give to the tailback. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that is another.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
And here comes the field goal team. Salt, meet open wound. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. A little sports history, David. Upset is the only horse ever to defeat Man of War. And that's why we call games like this an upset. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. We'll put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found.
And you're now at
The 18. The offense set for a first down play. They'll go to the ground. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
They run the reverse. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And what a nice job by the OC. Great job prodding, probing, figuring out what you need to do to get first down. That's all that matters. Third down conversions at the end of the day is a stat that all coaches look at because it has a lot to do with...
Looking to take a shot. He's got it inside the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Open space at the 25. Running toward the tape. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
They're going to ride this running back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Back to throw, it's Gabriel. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
And that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
He spins that thing down the middle. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
They'll leave it with him. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Really good-looking run. You think what the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs.
And that pass picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Miller with the ball. Breaks the tackle. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
To the air, it's Milroe. Quick strike complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Now,
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Buys a little time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
The give out of the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on 1st down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Handoff to the lone back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting them for it.
They were stopped on 4th down earlier in the 1st quarter, but they'll try it again. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the 1st quarter miss, guys, we're still tied up. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
2nd down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. Racing down the left side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown tie.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. They're lining up to boot it away. Coming out with it, it's James. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Wants to throw. It's Gabriel. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Wants to return it. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes that Alabama offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward.
Going to take a shot. And it's caught inside the 20. And the tackle was made, but not before. That completion gets him 30-plus. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. They'll run it. It's Miller. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. It's a reverse. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
Using his legs, it's James. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
It's not an easy throw to hit, I will say. A dagger throw, it takes time to develop. You really got to sell the route. The quarterback has got to put that in an area and anticipate the throw. Just not on the same page with this receiver.
The Ducks will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here. Drive to just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agreed it'll go his way. Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. And they got him for the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Quarterback checking the play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field.
On to punt it away.
Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start with racing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Snap it to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The give to the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle. It's Stewart. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's going to fire to the left. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
And these quarterbacks start practicing doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide open wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. To the air, it's Gabriel. Got his man on the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just inside the 35, first and 10 from the 34. Takes a handoff. It's James. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to pass on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the offense turns it over. Talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback checking off. To the air on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Caught at the 25.
First down, Alabama.
That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away.
With the score, Alabama 21, Oregon 7.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best.
Hit the afterburners, kid. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
He wants to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Stewart. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't going to happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the lone running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. To throw, it's Gabriel. Right down the middle. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Number 15 with the catch and score.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes that Alabama offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, them making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
The give is to Miller. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. And those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
They've been running it, but now the pass. Gonna let it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Dropping back, it's Milroe. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
1 for 2 on 4th down attempts so far, and we will get a 3rd attempt here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Bernard. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
With the run on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now on 2nd and goal. Oh, it's a reverse. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last one.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 28, Oregon 14.
Trying to pick up a first down. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Gabriel. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Down by multiple multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with it.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Milroe. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's James. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. Going up top on 1st down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Looking for a huge play. And the ball is intercepted. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
He works his way ever closer all the way 1-yard line. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning.
Single. Blue 85. Turn it.
Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. They've loved to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Trying to barge in. Touchdown time! And the punishment has been extended. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go. They got the points they needed.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Day that's finally coming to a close, and he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception, and he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big.
He'll take a shot. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Catch in the middle, it's James. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, look out. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Ready to try the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. Maybe feeling a little better about things. Still a 21-point game as they're set to kick it off. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this. And this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Back to pass, it's Milroe. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble, has another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking to go up top on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's caught at the 10.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Touchdown, Bama! And the beatdown has ensued.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Here comes the two-point try. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Fielded in the end zone, it's James. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those.
He's loose. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. You want something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And, Reese, I'm positive that that stat counts on my stat line. Keep playing. Keep piling up those stats. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. Back to pass, it's Gabriel. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Maybe feeling a little better about things. Still a 21-point game as they're set to kick it off. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. After this, it'll be a wrap. Comes out throwing on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that pass intercepted. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire